Hey there, everybody. Uh, just coming in for the third message to the course. Today, I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk to you about the fact that, you're reading a lot of material. And I think that one thing that we get hung up on when we're reading stuff, especially textbooks, and especially textbooks that quote philosophers and intellectuals that are sometimes not the easiest people in the world to read. Uh, that we actually need to sort of develop a pattern of reading that first tries to get the gesture or the gist or the gesture of what's being said. In a textbook situation, a really good thing for you to do would be to go through and just very quickly read all of the quick review notes on the side. So Cengage has done something really nice with MindTap. So there are all of these, like basically almost every paragraph or at least once every page, there's a quick review with a synopsis of what you should have gotten out of the reading you were doing. I'm not saying take that in place of the reading, obviously, because when it comes to your activities and your quizzes, you and your essays, you won't do very well if all you've done is gone through and done that. But if you go through and you read these quick review notes first, and then go back and even skim really quickly the actual material, okay, then go back again. I know this all sounds like I'm asking you to triple your effort. I'm actually just asking you to triple your focus. So you go through, you read the quick review notes, you go back through and you skim really quickly the reading, then you go back through and you actually read it. And the thing is you'll find that you actually understand the stuff better. Okay. I am not normally a person who recommends that you do something where you're not going to do a deep dive and profoundly engage the text. But we're not talking about the actual Republic of Plato. We're not talking about the actual Dhammapada of Buddha's teachings. We're talking about textbooks. And textbooks are basically created to get information to you quickly. To see how you process the information is the activities, and to see if you can do anything with the information, is your essay writing. So just once again, look for the gestures that are being put forward by going through the quick review notes on the side, then skim through it really quickly, and then go back and read it. You'll read it faster, and this is actually going to actually stick in your head in a different way because you basically have created an outline and given yourself a sort of map. The outline is looking at the quick review notes. The map is the going through really quickly and and surveying the land, if you will, and then going back and exploring it. That's reading it at a slower pace. But the thing is you will read it a little faster and you'll understand what you're reading better because you've created that sort of boundary outline through the quick review notes and the fast survey through map through the quick read through before you sit down and actually read it with more care. Uh, the other thing to think about in as you move closer to reading the material, finishing the material tomorrow, and doing the quiz tomorrow, is to be thinking about which of the sections that you've read you resonate to the most, you really identify with, or you really get something out of. When you get to your essay question, which is due Sunday, the essay is actually only asking you to pick one of the possible problem sets, right? They'll be like on a given essay, and you're only doing essays for chapters 1, 2, 3, and 8. On any essay, you'll have at least 3, possibly 5 or 6 different essays that you can respond to, essay prompts that you can respond to. You only have to pick one, right? So chapter one, I think, has four or maybe five. Just pick one and then answer both parts. It needs to be at least 400 words between part A and part B, but you don't have to answer for every section. And why I'm saying that is I think a lot of you are going to get a lot out of a deeper study of Plato's allegory of the cave. So quite a few of you will probably end up writing about that. So I really want to see you focus on it instead of trying to go through the whole thing. Um, now, between getting the gesture and the reading of the text in the readings and preparing yourself to, write an essay about one of the sections and everything, you should also be thinking about life in general, about the place where you find yourself right now. Why are you in school? These kind of things are the reason. I think you really should be thinking about what does it mean to get this advanced instruction in higher learning. Is it only something that you're doing? Now we'll set over to something. So the first thing was technical. This is how to best succeed in the course. This is actually more along the lines of how to thrive in life. Really stop and examine. Use this course as an opportunity to examine what the hell you're doing in college. Are you just here because you know you need this to get on to the next phase of your life? Are you just here because you know that 75% of jobs that pay well require you to have some sort of higher education, sort of higher instruction? Are you here because, are you taking these courses because you literally want to improve yourself, take more pride in who you are? Improve actually means to take pride in, right? Do you want to, take more pride in who you are, and so therefore you're improving yourself? Okay. Are you here because you think that you don't know enough in order to make the best decisions in our society, in our in life? And so, this becomes your opportunity to get more information, more structures, do more to make yourself um, successful as a human being, as well as successful as an American citizen, as well as successful as an employee. Now, part of my criticism of higher education, I keep saying higher education. I don't actually believe that this is truly education, um, especially when we're reduced to having to do so much online. It is advanced instruction. It is advanced instruction, and it's the kind of building up of know-how and basic information that can help you be more, at least more financially successful, possibly be a better citizen, possibly be a better human. But it definitely adds to your financial success, even though it also kind of starts people off now a little behind, because you have to take out so much money to get a bachelor's degree. You have to take out so many loans to get a bachelor's degree, or work so hard to just turn the money over to the college to get a bachelor's degree. So it's very important to be thinking about these things. That, I understand that the majority of people who take a philosophy course, the majority of people who take the course, take it because it fits their schedule. That's if we're doing face-to-face stuff. But it also, it meets a requirement for graduating with your associate's degree or graduating with your bachelor's degree. I don't look down on anybody for being in this course just to fulfill the requirement. Okay? I've done that. And so therefore I understand if I were taking a business management course or I were taking a finance course, right, I would do my best, but I really wouldn't care about it. I'm not in it. If I was required to take it, Yeah, I'm not in there to have a good time. I'm not in there to, I'm just in there to get the basic information I need and to have something on my transcript that shows I did that. Check, now on to the next requirement I have. So I know that a majority of people who take a course like this are here for that reason. No judgment. If I were in, like I said, if I were in business management, or I were in maybe, some other kind of course that I just don't really care about, I would have the same kind of reactions. So, in thinking about what education in scare quotes is, or higher instruction is, a real question becomes, how do you take this resource? Because it's actually an incredible resource. I think a lot of times Americans don't get this. People who come from South America and Africa and parts of Asia uh, actually will be the first people to realize not only that getting the degree gives you a certain kind of social capital, but when you're in school, you have access to information and knowledge and people that you may never have such access to again after you graduate. If you can hack this experience, even if you're just going through the motions to get it, and you're paying to get your degree, you're doing your studies to get your degree so that you don't get automatically kicked out of a human resource pile because, oh, well, this person doesn't have a degree, so therefore we're not even going to look at their application. If you're doing it for those kind of reasons, take advantage of being in this course, take advantage of being in this school, and hack your education. Take advantage of all of these resources to make yourself a better thinker, to make yourself a better person. Okay? Because once you're done with college, I mean, you may go back to get a graduate degree or something, but once you're done with college and you're out in what people like to refer to as the real world, if that's actually what corporate America is, when you get out into that, outside of academia, you should have utilized the time when you were in academia, not just to make yourself a better employee. That's almost everything that we do is actually oriented toward making students better employees, even when they're taking business management, right? You're going to manage for a corporation or manage for the government. You're not going to be the owner, the boss, the CEO necessarily. So you're still an employee. So basically, what we do when we're teaching you, we used to try to make you better citizens. In the last 40 years, we've moved more and more and more and more in the direction of making you better employees. Well, if this experience that puts you in contact with so much information, so many possibilities, if you really demonstrate these opportunities you have while you're going, so that you're doing something other than just being trained to be a better employee. Okay, later today, I'm going to do a mind walk with Maggie from 1 o'clock to 1:45 or 2. So if you have a chance to join, please come. If you have any questions but you can't join, please email them to me. The mind walk today is going to actually be on the source of philosophizing in our human condition, right? The sources of philosophizing from within our human condition. All right. Hopefully I'll see a few people there. If not, I'll be recording whatever I talk about. Hasta la vista.